Hello, this is Brandon, and this is Come Let Us Reason. Hebrews 11 is one of my favorite passages in Scripture. It describes people who made it. People who, because of their faith, were able to accomplish great things. Starting in verse 32, "And what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, and of Barak, and of Samson, and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead to life again, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. And others had trials of cruel mocking and scourging, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder," that's cut in two, "were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts, and in mountains, and in dens, and in caves of the earth. And these, having obtained a good report, through faith, received not the promise, God having provided some better thing for us, that without should not be made perfect." This is what the result was of those who walked by faith. They accomplished great things. They did great exploits. What did Paul say at the end of his life? 2 Timothy 4:7-8. "I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith." He had went through a lot. There's a list of all the things that Paul went through for Christ. He was stoned. He was shipwrecked. He was destitute. He was imprisoned many times. But look at verse 8. What's the reward? "Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that love his appearing." So because he finished his course, he didn't stop right before the finish line. He finished. He ran through, and he received his Stephanos. That's the victory crown. The crown we receive as Christians is a crown of victory. So be victorious. Have faith in God. Believe in God. Obey God. If you obey God, you will be rewarded. But if we do not obey God, there is punishment. This has been Brandon with Come Let Us Reason.